Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood Fun with AJ here with another garage talk. First thing, I went to a Moto Social, the bi-monthly, or actually the monthly occurrence last night. It was interesting. So I had a friend there who actually took the lead of introducing me to several of his other friends, and he knew a lot of people there. Great guy, fellow Triumph Thruxton owner. He owns a FE, I own the RS, as you guys know, but he owns a great FE that I helped him gently wrench with a few weeks ago. He was great. He actually, honestly, he should be a host of the Moto Social going forward, because the other host, other than one female, I think her name was Kathleen, other than her, the other hosts were kind of like non-existent, not there. And I think it's part of the Moto Social. The ethos is come whoever you are, biker, non-biker, car, bike, family, whatever, and there will always be someone there to chat with you. I found that the other hosts, I think there were like 2 or 3 other hosts there, I saw them roaming around, but I never got like a hi, nice to see you here, or anything like that. They were always chatting with it looks like their personal friends, but they weren't like hosting. Kathleen and the guy who I met there were the only ones really hospitable. Not knocking it at all. It's just, I don't know if it was my scene. I like when I've hosted events before, not motorcycle events, but like industry events in tech and SaaS. And usually I make an extreme effort as a host to go out there and shake hands and get everybody's name, even if I won't remember them, to make an attempt to get that impression. That didn't happen last night. Not to knock anybody, but my buddy did the most of the introductions for me, and he introduced me to some of his personal, really great friends that I was honored to meet and chat with and now connect with, because we all connected on various forms of socials moving forward. So thank you to my friend. I'm not going to mention his names because I don't like to name drop on my channel when I don't have to. But yeah, Moto Social, I might try to go to a different one in a different close region another month, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I found that there's people in the motorcycle scene in LA, specifically in Orange County, those 2 areas, that I really connect with, like really strongly. However, there's another set that have like, what's the word? Not an arrogance, but like a kind of a I'm better than others, like kind of aura about them that don't want to give you the time of day. And that's my issue with the SoCal motorcycle scene. And it's not everyone. It's just, it's some few, and unfortunately the few that do have that aura seem to be high up in the echelons of the SoCal motorcycle community, whether that's because of money, whether that's because of networking power, I don't know, but that seems to be the case. So the people I connect with seem to be just the more real ones, if that makes sense. And you probably have heard this before. LA has a lot of not real people. It's actually, it's kind of true to some extent. There's a lot of people who are just hungry for one thing, success in their own route, not in everybody else's route. But anyways, that's a rant. Side comment, which is going to completely change the route of this garage talk as far as a positive, very, very positive note. Well, semi. I'll start with the whole Baak situation with this leather tank strap. So I didn't hear back for Baak until yesterday, so it was exactly, I think, 8 or 9 days after I sent the help email to them saying, hey, there was a confusion here. They responded back saying, oh, you're right, the color, it's aged brown. It's not gold yellow. And I'm like, okay, I didn't order that. And they're like, yeah, you selected that. It's showing us that on the order form. Guys, I tried to explain this to them in my reply, but on their site, and I work heavily in technology and website admin and dev work, so I know this is possible and likely what happened. I just don't want to go into their site's code to see, you know, from an outside perspective if this is actually what happened, but I showed them screenshots. Essentially, you select one of 4 leather selections on their site. I selected gold leather. You add it to your cart, and then it just says customization on the checkout. And it doesn't say you select the gold leather or aged brown or anything like that. So I select the gold leather. Then you go to the final pay thing, and it does another customization, and it says customization with no like clickable details, and then you check out. And then at that point, once you get the order form, it tells you what you picked. But I think it defaults to brown. I haven't tested that theory because I don't want to pay them more money to get a different one, but I think that's what happened. Or maybe something with the catch on my browser selected it to brown, but I did not select brown. I'm 100% sure. I remember triple checking gold leather that day when I ordered. But anyways, they offered me to return it. I said I'd look into it. I went to all shipping carriers I could internationally, local to me, and the cheapest one said to ship this little leather strap back to them in France was $150 USD. The strap didn't even cost that. So I told Baak, you know, whatever, I'll chalk this up as a miss. Honestly, I'll probably never buy from them again. I miss the days when they had Baak USA in Burbank. It was pretty sure owned and run by my buddy Remy, who I met a couple times, and he was, you know, really positive. But now that, you know, that's not an option, shipping any returns to them possibly in France on my own dime is not feasible. So unfortunately, I won't be doing business with Baak again. No offense to them. I do find it unfortunate because there was a time, I think like 1 or 2 years ago, when Baak USA split from Baak France. And Baak USA became Angel City Motor Works, I believe. That's now defunct. And Baak France had asked for some crowdfunding. And I remember, I think I donated like 20 euros or something like that just to help them without anything promised in return. But it's just a little sad that, you know, keeping them afloat, now in turn they can't send me the correct color paint strap. So say what you will, that's not how I would run a business. The way I would work is, okay, a customer says there was an error on our site, maybe he's right, let's ship him the gold one, you know, on our dime. And they're on sale right now by like 30% off, so I don't know. But anyways, the good news about this whole story is to the rescue. A subscriber, new subscriber to the channel, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to like call out and give personal information once again. He reached out to me on Instagram and he asked if I still had it, and he asked if he could buy it off of me. He apparently is in LA sometimes, so him and I plan to meet at the Bike Shed LA when he's back in LA. I'm going to save this for him. He offered me a great price to buy this back, almost the exact price I spent on it. I told him, full disclosure, because he's a viewer of the channel, and he actually has a couple friends in common, I think, to me as well, from what we've discussed already, that I gave him, like, I think 15 bucks extra off of what his offer was. But I'm hoping, you know, A, to get a new, you know, potential moto friend, like-minded moto friend out of the exchange, and B, give him this because it matches his seat better. And then also, he's got a Thruxton FE as well, from what I saw in the images he shared. So maybe if he's got his bike that day, we can both ride our Thruxtons and compare, contrast, take some photos, and just have a chat. But that's case in point why I wanted to create this channel and why I do these videos, is not for money, fame. That's never probably going to happen on this channel. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm looking for a close-knit community around a shared passion of motorcycling. Of course, I own a Ducati, a Thruxton, another Triumph, and a Vespa. But that said, any bikes are welcome here. Any fans of any bikes are welcome here. And if you want to chat, you know, motorcycling, a shop, or whatever, I'm here to chat. Or men's fashion, I like to chat that too. Apparel and whatnot. But yeah, thanks to this community, and specifically that individual, for reaching out. This is exactly what I'm here for. If you're in LA, feel free to reach out to me on any of my socials. I'm happy to meet up with anyone as long as you got a positive attitude and you like, you know, men's fashion or riding, bikes, motorcycles mainly. Or if you like Porsches too. I actually really like Porsches and photography. And if you like YouTube and cinematography, all that good stuff. if you like any of that, feel free to reach out. We can grab a drink sometime or coffee, whatever, and just chat it up and hopefully, you know, become friends. But thanks everyone. This was a long Garage Talk episode, but very positive, you know, information shared, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. Until next time, please like, subscribe, comment, engage. I'm here to chat with you guys.